Okay everybody, so today we're going to be doing a video on the Type 99 Arisaka. We're going to be comparing an early war gun to a last-ditch gun, and just showing off how the design declined in quality and basically just degraded over time as the Japanese had to make budget cuts and just exclude features to be able to keep producing the rifles. So, starting off with the early gun, this is a Series 1 Nagoya Arsenal Type 99, likely made in 1941. It retains its anti-aircraft wings. It also has its mum and dust cover. The only thing this rifle's missing is its monopod. And then for the last ditch gun, we have a 25th Series Kokura Arsenal rifle. And it still has its mum, but by this point they would have gotten rid of a lot of the original features. And the ammo we're going to shoot is our reloads of 7.7 Japanese. We're using PPU components, PPU brass, and PPU 150 grain 311 diameter bullets. And for one of the bayonets, we have a National Electric bayonet. This company would later become Panasonic. And basically we're just going to be showing these off and comparing them. Yeah, that's pretty much all the talking we're going to do about it before the comparison, so let's get into comparing them some. Okay, now we're going to get into a comparison of the two guns and show off the early features compared to the last ditch. So on the early guns, we'll start off up here at the muzzle. They'll have chrome line bores, and they'll also have front sight wings to protect your front sight. You'll also have a cleaning rod on early guns, and it is a push button style of cleaning rod. You can see the button right there. It also has 3 screws holding your front barrel band on, or I guess your nose cap is what you'd call it. And then in the middle you'll have this middle band that has a opening at the top, and your sling swivels are going to be on this side of the rifle. It also has a monopod block. This rifle would have originally had a monopod. And then with your sights, you have a adjustable sight that flips up. It has anti-aircraft wings. And the sights go up to 1,500 meters. And then you'll have a mum and a marking that says Type 99 on it. And then on the left side of the receiver, you'll have your Arsenal markings and your series marking. And on the early guns, you'll also have a dust cover, which this rifle has retained its dust cover. It'll lock open on an empty magazine. Cock on close. And your safety is a palm push-in safety. This position is fire. When it's straight up, it's safe. You'll also have a magazine released right here that you can open up, and that'll dump your magazine. And you'll also have a nice cupped butt plate on the back of the rifle. And one thing about the Type 99s is they'll have this split down on the stock. That's because they would assemble these out of 2 different pieces of wood. So that's not a crack if you're just getting into Type 99s and you see a stock. Now, getting into the Kokura, you can see this rifle is a whole lot rougher and has less features to it. So, starting at the muzzle, it still retains the chrome line bore, but there are no front sight wings. The bayonet lug and nose cap will now be pinned in place by a single pin, and your hand guards will be a separate piece from the rest of the stock. So this is a separate piece from the actual rear of the stock, and then this is a separate piece, and you'll have your middle barrel band right here. It still has a screw in it, and then you'll get to your sights, which are a fixed peep sight as opposed to the adjustable one. And you'll also still have the mum marking, but the Type 99 marking is gone on these later rifles. You'll still have your receiver markings, but they'd get a whole lot rougher and more rushed. And then also they would change up the style of recoil lug to be easier to make, and also a bit bigger. And you'd also have a wooden butt plate that's held in by nails instead of screws. And on very late guns you'll find a rope hole in the stock, but this one still retains the regular sling mounting device. Your bolt will still be cock-on closed. You'll still have a Mauser follower hold open, and your bolt release is the exact same. Also, your safety will still function the same, but it is now welded. The early guns would be welded, but they would be finely sculpted. And there's a side-by-side of what the both of them look like. And Nagoya, when they made last-ditch guns, they would change the design of the bolt handle to look a bit different and be easier to manufacture, but Kokura had stockpiles of the regular bolt remaining, so they just kept making that. And aside from that, the quality of bayonets would change, but we only have this earlier style bayonet. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The caliber and stripper clips would stay the same throughout them. And yeah, let's get into shooting them some. Alright, we're going to start off with the early Type 99. Lit up 5 rounds. That's all 5 of them. Okay, this is our first group, and it's pretty good. It's just slightly off to the left, but a fairly decent group. Alright, now we're going to shoot the last ditch gun, and I will say this gun has a bit of a rougher bore, so if it doesn't shoot quite as well, it's basically just because this one has a bit worn down rifling. There we go. That's all of them. This gun wasn't ejecting the best, but it is last ditch. Okay, this is our group, and it's a pretty good group, all things considered, especially with the bore on this gun not being quite as good. Yeah, just a slight bit high, but a pretty good group. Alright, that's going to be it for the video. We had a lot of fun with the two Type 99 Arisakas. And I hope they showed off, you know, just the differences between them, and also that it's safe to shoot these last-ditch guns. The Japanese army, or any army for that matter, they wouldn't issue rifles that were going to explode. That's something you'll often hear with these, that they blow up and they were made unsafely. But that just wasn't the case. And these were used in battles like Iwo Jima and Okinawa, last-ditch guns just like this. And yeah, let us know if you want to see any more out of our Arisakas, and we'll be sure to make some more videos with them. They're definitely really nice guns that are accurate and have a lot of interesting history to them, especially since both of these guns would have most likely been vet bringbacks off of one island that the Japanese were on. And yeah, let us know what you want to see next in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one.